Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for gathering today, because there's something I want to speak on clearly, calmly, and in my own words. Recently there's been a whole lot of noise in the air, speculation, whispers, headlines with more imagination than information, and it's all been circling around one simple thing: my friendship with Taylor Swift. You know, when you've been in this industry long enough, you get used to rumors swirling like autumn leaves. They spin, they flutter, and they eventually fall when the wind dies down. But sometimes the storm gets loud enough that you feel the need to step forward and speak with your own voice. Taylor and I have been friends for years. We've written together, toured together, laughed together, and supported each other through moments both brilliant and brutal. And when you have a friendship that spans that kind of time, people on the outside can sometimes misread the quiet moments as fractures. The truth is far simpler than the speculation suggests. Lives get busy. Schedules don't always line up. One person is releasing an album while the other is halfway across the world playing shows. One friend is filming, another is writing. The pace of our lives changes, but the respect remains constant. If there's been a pause, it's not a problem. It's just life doing what life always does, shifting, stretching, and reorganizing itself in ways that don't always translate neatly into headlines. Friendships don't crumble because two people don't post a photo together every few months. I want to make it clear that Taylor is someone I admire deeply. Not just as an artist, though she's one of the most talented and accomplished musicians of our time, but as a person, someone who cares fiercely, works tirelessly, and stands up for what she believes in with the kind of backbone you don't see every day. And let me say this plainly, there is no fracture, no silent feud, no cold shoulder, just two people who have shared stages and stories and who continue to hold a genuine appreciation for one another, even when the world decides to write its own narrative. Sometimes friendships take on different shapes as we get older. They widen, they settle, they mature. You don't have to speak every day to still value someone. You don't have to collaborate constantly to still consider someone a friend. The friendship isn't defined by how loudly it's displayed, it's defined by the quiet understanding that remains. I understand why people get curious. When two artists have a bond that's been as public and creatively fruitful as ours, any slight shift becomes a talking point. But curiosity is one thing, assumption is another. And right now, a lot of what's been floating around is assumption dressed up as certainty. In moments like this, I find it important to speak from a place of calm rather than defense. No anger, no frustration, just clarity. Because clarity is sometimes all it takes to cut through the chatter. Taylor has always had my respect, my support, and my friendship. Nothing about that has changed. And if the future brings us back to writing songs together, fantastic. If it simply keeps us cheering each other on from different corners of the world, that's just as meaningful in its own way. What matters is the truth, and the truth is steady. The truth doesn't shake when rumors shake. The truth doesn't bend when speculation bends. The truth just waits for moments like this, where it can be spoken plainly. So today, I'm choosing to speak it, not because anything is broken, but because I think everyone deserves a reminder that friendships can evolve without falling apart. That silence isn't evidence, and that sometimes the most grounded relationships are the ones that don't need constant spotlight to stay strong. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving space for clarity. And thank you for remembering that beneath all the headlines, there are real people, real friendships, and real stories, most of which are far simpler, far kinder, and far less dramatic than the world imagines. And with that, let the speculation fall away like dust, and let the truth stand where it always has.